Two nines in there. Two nines in there.
Thank you.
Two nines in there. Two nines in there.
with that. Yep. Sort of.
And that Brian Martin
Yep, really good. Yeah, well, that was
you just do one lap.
that wasn't that.
And the filly over the far side here.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good Florida Martin, right?
Yeah.
Cool with that. On the ground area, it's pure and turn on the track.
Flemington track work this morning on this Thursday morning. David, we've just watched our filly work and work pretty well. Classic Cameo, she seems to be in the zone.
Yeah, look, she's really holding her form, and she's got the big jump up in class coming up. She's going for a mile fillies race at Caulfield on the 19th, and should be ideal off a 3 straight.
She's won at Ballarat, Bendigo and at Sale, 3 big tracks, and really when you particularly you look at the win at Sale just recently, the best part of the race seems to be the last 200 metres.
Yeah, the dominant win, really. A win that deserves to go up in class.
And she had all sorts of problems sort of as a young, after a 2-year-old preparation. The tracks were really sort of beating her, the bad tracks, but also she just wasn't right.
Yeah, like I think just classic immaturity problems, and we just had to be very patient, and the patience has been paid off now.
Yeah. Where can she go so if she can perform well at Caulfield over 1600 on the 19th?
Look, I'd like to try her out over 2000 if she's as strong at Caulfield as she was at Sale. And you just never know. We'll hold an entry in the Australasian Oaks. It's a bit of an outside chance of heading that way.
You've taken the sort of the easier, quieter path with her, and you're reaping the rewards, and we all are now. Graham Ingerson, the owner, and the Brian Martin Club. So it's a nice path to see that picket fence alongside an Oak.
It is nice doing 3 in a row, and if she can step up with the Vobis at Caulfield, it's a good money race for her. And she'll be nearly favourite to do it.
Yeah. Okay. This is Thursday morning, and just a bit of evens, just a bit of light work.
Oh, look, she'll be quickening up she quickened up the last bit, but it's pretty wet out there, so we haven't asked to do too much.
Yeah. Okay. Gazardiel ran for us last Saturday for the club. We have a share in Gazardiel. He had no luck. He got no cover. He was 3 wide. He laid in on the straight. Yet he still did a good job.
I thought he did well to finish where he did. Look, he got the worst run, as you said, and I think the winner's well above average, and that's what happens in maidens. Sometimes you can run into another promising up-and-coming horse, and it had the dream run and we had a poor run, so it was the difference between us winning and losing. He
gave his joint a bit of a bump, is that right?
Yeah, he did. A bit of a bruising, no strains. He's back on the track now and he's fine. It won't hold him up at all.
Okay, 1300, something like that next start?
12 or 1300. He's a big gross horse, so I wouldn't want to stretch him out too far too soon. But, before he'd bruised his joint, he'd been lovely and sound. So, look, I'm sure he'll win it. He'll be winning very, very soon.
Now, wow, he went out with a slight tear to the suspensory. It was graded a 3 out of 10, so that's the lower end of the scale, thank heavens.
Yeah, it is. Horses like Old Fieldsy had similar injuries as younger horse, and if they're given the time and the rehab's done properly, there's no reason why he won't come back. And towards the end of his prep, he was a very consistent horse before he hurt himself and hadn't reached his peak. So, there's a bit in him, I think.
Yeah, we only got him to the races for 4 months, and he had 2 wins and 2 unlucky thirds in the 7 runs he had for us. He's got very few Ks on the clock. He's only had 13 lifetime starts, so he's definitely worth a chance.
Oh, it really is. I'd rate him as a in-between carnival mile and a half horse Saturday, and these stays take time to develop and come along, but when they do, they're terrific. And he was just on the verge of stepping up in grade when the injury occurred, and as we said, it's not a career-ending injury, but we have to be patient.
Ruby Slippers had a good preparation for us, a long one last time round. She's up at Glen Eden, up at Kilmore, and had a bit of soreness across the back, but there's a city win in her, surely.
You'd have to say that. She was peppering the goals everywhere, all prep. And she had genuine excuses at the end of her prep. She was very sore over the hind quarter, which is quite common at the end of a preparation. So a nice rest. She'll come back and have a good prep, and let's hope she'll be a city horse, and I really think she will be.
I'm sure you'd be happy to know that the racing club's extending for another 12 months.
Well, there's a bit to look forward to. There's all of these horses, I'd say, have plenty of wins in them, and probably on good tracks. So the hard work's being done. So I'm thrilled that they continue.
Now, when do you lift the curtain at Euroa?
We're having a bit of a soft opening this Friday. Not opening, as a few horses testing the track, and I'll be based out of there training full time after Easter.
Yeah, it must be like an army manoeuvre to get all the horses from Angaston and South Australia across.
Yeah, well, as we speak, we've nearly shut Lindsay Park down, and I'm operating out of here at the moment, and what we'll do is be operating out of Euroa after Easter. So it has been a long, even all the offices and all the equipment and the furniture. There's shuttles going twice a week, every week, so it's a very busy time for us.
Well done with Eagle Falls, and Laristan came to the fore at the right time as well.
Yeah, look, I think he's not the roughest in the Australian Cup, Laristan, and if he can get his rating up a bit, I think he'll be a beauty for next year's Caulfield and Melbourne Cups. Eagle Falls is flying. He's just got to be the champion.
Thanks, Dave. Good on you.
Thank you.
David Hayes with our report for the Brian Martin Club.